In this video, I'll be showing exactly how much tax-free and truly passive income I've earned in the month of March. My ultimate goal is to reach an average of £4,000 per month in dividend income. In order to achieve this goal, I will add to the account regularly, never take anything out, and of course reinvest all dividends. In addition to this, I will also invest every penny I make both directly and indirectly through this channel. It's going to be a long journey, so I'll need to break it down and focus on one small milestone at a time. Each time I reach that milestone, I'll be sure to celebrate in some way, however small, to really mark the achievement in my mind and motivate me to keep striving for the next one. The month of February is known to be sparse in terms of dividends, with few companies paying out, so I didn't receive any dividend income last month. Thankfully though, I did receive 4 dividend payments this month, so let's get into it. The second dividend I ever received was paid into my account on the 3rd of March by Bluefield Solar Income Fund in the renewable energy sector. The dividend amount I received was £7. Bluefield Solar has a 6.1% dividend yield and pays out quarterly. Bluefield also has a very healthy payout ratio of 21%, meaning that only 21% of the company's profits were spent on dividends. The lower this number, the better. If a company is paying out a high percentage of its profits on dividends, then the current dividend amount may not be sustainable. Next up, it's Unilever in the consumer staples sector, which paid me £5 on the 21st. Unilever is a huge company that owns over 400 brands worldwide, many of which are household names that enjoy strong brand recognition and loyalty. For this reason, I think Unilever is a safe bet over the long term. On to the 29th now, where I received 2 more dividend payments. One of which was from the Vanguard All World High Dividend ETF, which paid me £3. This ETF includes over 1,800 stocks from around the world and currently pays a dividend of 3.7% quarterly. Next was the iShares Core FTSE 100 ETF, coming in at £1. This ETF mirrors the performance of the FTSE 100 as a whole. I did recently add more to this position, however as I purchased on the ex-dividend date, it was too late for me to actually receive the extra dividend. In order to receive a dividend, you'll need to purchase the shares before the ex-dividend date and not on the date itself. I know these aren't mind-blowing amounts of money, but it still feels good to finally see the dividends start to roll in and know that my money's out there working for me. I do have my first double-digit dividends coming in over the next few months, which feels like solid progress to me. This monthly dividend chart keeps track of the actual amount of dividends that I've earned each month. The downside to this is that the dividends I receive will vary significantly from one month to the next, as you can see from the chart. Due to the inconsistent nature of the actual dividend income I receive, I also keep track of my average monthly dividend income so that I can see steady growth, which is much more encouraging to me. To work out my average monthly income, I simply take my total expected yearly dividend income and divide it by 12. My current average monthly dividend income stands at £22, which is pretty close to my next goal of £25. I will almost certainly have surpassed that goal by my next update. I really do get a massive kick out of seeing the monthly average grow and charting it out for these videos. Once the £25 a month goal is in the bag, I've got my sights on £31 a month, which obviously works out to be around £1 a day. This is an important psychological milestone to break through in my opinion. It's hard to believe, but more than 1.2 billion people across the world still manage to live on £1 a day, which really puts things into perspective. These are the actual dividend returns I get on each stock that I own, and will differ from the amount you would get if you purchased today. This is known as dividend yield on cost, and it's dependent on the average price you paid for the stock. The total dividend yield on cost across my portfolio is currently 4.74%, which is slightly above 1% higher than the current FTSE 100's index average of 3.65%. Dividend income by sector now. Financials is clearly the most dominant sector in terms of dividend income, and there's a twofold reason for that. Financials as well as consumer staples are simply the most heavily represented sectors in my portfolio, making up 27% of my portfolio each. In addition to this, 2 of the 3 financial stocks I own pay very high dividends, with Legal & General currently being 8% plus. Although this is a very large dividend, It's fairly well covered by Legal and General, so hopefully it won't get cut anytime soon. On to April's upcoming ex-dividend dates now, and there's a lot of them. As previously mentioned earlier in the video, if you purchase any of these companies before their ex-dividend date, then you are entitled to receive a dividend on the payment date listed. For example, I personally own Legal and General, and because I purchased the shares before the ex-dividend date on the 27th of April, I'm due to receive a dividend of 13.93 pence for every share I own on the payment date, which is the 5th of June. If you found any value in this video, then consider liking and subscribing to help out with the channel. Check back next week to see my full portfolio update and the effects the current banking crisis has had on my profits. If you have any questions at all, then leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. If you've recently started investing and are finding it hard to stay motivated, then why not check out this video next.